There is a lot of focus these days upon digitally transforming our services to improve the end customer experience because that will result in more loyal customers, which translates into more revenue and profit. Challenge we have is that a lot of digital transformation projects can be quite costly and can be very complex to manage. So where I'm all for digital transformation and using that to kind of improve the customer experience journey, I also feel that maybe we need to take a step and assess, is digital transformation the right tool? Or are we just basically trying to marginally improve the quality of services, improve the customer experience, which can perhaps be obtained by more safer methods such as automation? So I still feel that there's a lot of value in looking at the operations side of things and improving how we have a culture of innovation and automation within our organization, and how can that help speed up our time to delivery, improve our operations, cut down our costs, which obviously will result in happier customers, which will then translate into revenue and profit. So today I'm going to talk about 4 key things which we can implement to embed a culture of automation and innovation within our organizations. So within those 4 steps, the first thing to look at is to analyze what are the technical teams doing on a regular basis. Simply speaking, I'm asking that you go and have a look at, perhaps over a period of 3 to 6 months, what is each team doing, what tasks are they working upon, and what are those tasks which they are doing it on a more regular basis, and from those, which are the most time consuming tasks. Because by doing this analysis, you'll find the tasks which take up the most time and have the most manual effort. Pick up those tasks because they are the kind of a more easier candidates to automate, and once you've done that, you'll identify and you'll feel you have freed up a massive chunk of time your teams were spending on trying to do some mundane work day in and day out. Not only is this more efficient, but also helps improve the morale of the people because it helps them get some time back to focus on some more interesting, innovative things which the technical guys may want to do. So that's the first thing, to look at individual automation within the teams. Now, once we've done that, the second part, we go across to multiple teams. This is where you'll find that often we are doing things which require the input from multiple teams to try and complete a product and services to deliver to our customer. Whether they work on a sequential basis or in parallel, and the idea is that to identify what are those things which 3 or 4 teams or maybe more are collaborating upon on a more regular basis, which is taking up more of their time. An easy way to identify is to basically start analyzing the change requests, the standard change requests which have come through, which require multiple teams to give an input into. And again, once you identify that, start to identify ways of how do you automate that work of multiple teams. If they're doing it in parallel, that's good. But if they're doing it in a sequential manner, can you improve further by getting them to do work in parallel, use automation and try to reduce the time spent on this work, which not only will save them time but also will improve your delivery of that particular product or service to the end customer, which obviously leads to a happier customer, which translates into a more satisfied, more loyal customer. Now, third thing is to look at reporting. Now, I know we kind of produce massive amounts of reports across all of our organizations, whether they're standard ad hoc updates or whatever reports we're doing. We produce massive amounts of reports. Now, these reports are a big candidate for automation. How? Simply speaking, look at the reports your teams are producing on a regular basis. You'll see a pattern over there. Then you take those reports which are being produced more regularly, standardize the content of that reports. Once you standardize that, it becomes very easy to produce that content using some automations or scripting methods. What you may find is that you may not be able to satisfy every single requirement, but what you'll do is by standardizing the reports, you'll satisfy the requirements of most of the recipients of those reports, which obviously leads to less manual time spent and again better quality and content of the reports because you're automating all of this. The fourth thing is to go back and redo it again, which is my way of saying don't just stop at the automation at a first pass. Identify a way or forum where you can manage and govern the automation across all people, all teams. You need to encourage them to kind of keep doing this automation on an iterative process, and if one team does it, socialize that so other people within your organization are aware and they are positively encouraged to do it within their own areas. Share the news, positive ones, share the positive results out, and keep this process going in an iterative manner. The more you do it, the more you'll realize that not only are you automating things, but by freeing up the time, you are also starting to innovate. And by doing that, you may see organically, you may produce some new products or services. You may transform the way some of you doing the work because your teams are now have got some free time to focus on these things, because all the work they were doing manually, you've kind of taken that away and freed up at that time by automating that, which means if the teams are doing this, you are organically kind of improving their maturity towards any digital transformation journey if you were to undertake that, because again, a digital transformation uses technology to revolutionize, to improve, to transform the customer experience. And if your teams are already doing that on a smaller scale, they are a lot more easy and a lot more, would be eager to adapt to any bigger change, because this then has become part of your culture anyway. So there are multiple benefits of doing that, doing this automation culture, innovation culture within your organization. And I hope that you find these quick tips useful. And again, I've been making these videos. I think I started making them earlier this year in January. So I've been making them roughly one video per week. And I try to focus upon all aspects of a technology operation perspectives, where I look at strategy, process, and people part of it, where people and how the job roles can be improved. So again, I would love to hear some feedback. If you find something valuable, something has been beneficial to you, I would love to get some feedback. And again, if there are any topics which you think I can talk about, please do reach out. Or if there is something I can help assist you with within your operations site, again, let's continue the conversation. I'll put a link to how you can reach out to me on the video. So till next week, when I come back with my next video, have a nice time. Hope you enjoy the rest of the week, and till we see again, bye.